Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Blue there. Check safety. Check, crunch.
They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
No, check that. We want Mike 52.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach of Miami, wants around and in that locker room. Now Ballage. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rosen. They'll set up the screen to Ballage. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and short yardage. Rivers complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it here with Gordon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completes it to Benjamin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you. I got you. Check 52. 36. 36. Jam.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. We're scoreless after 1. On 2nd and 15 now. Rosen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, alert, alert. Watch Mike. Let's go, D. One down. It's going to be a long. Go.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They begin things in much better field position than their opening drive as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They run it with Balaj, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's going to go down. him. They sack him back at the 42. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rosen will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
2nd and 12 at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
Balaj. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now it's Rosen. And now he'll turn and off his back foot. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Following the interception here, Rivers. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Red Delta! I brought 80!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Another try after the first down sack. Rivers, and caught by Henry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Red! Red! Coming after you! Topper!
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Rivers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He completes it to Henry. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Rivers now. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw again on second down, Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw is Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Joey Bosa getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
We're okay. 390. Come on, let's go.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rivers hands off to Eckler. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. The intended receiver there, Allen. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Rosen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Dancing to his left. Gets it to Gordon. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
You got him. You got him.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And now on is the field goal unit. And, boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was, that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on 1st down, Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Rosen to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw here. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Rivers to throw it. Benjamin's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
61, matchbox light.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Throwing again on second down. Rivers complete. It's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Rivers with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Rivers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
And now it's Rosen looking. Now a short one to Gesicki. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Dolphins on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. Rosen under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Check 90. Hey, go orange. Orange. Run 80. Hey, Haywood.
Rivers here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, it's Rosen. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen, this one into the hands of the running back, Balazs. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rosen now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
52's the hey, wahoo!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
180.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.